Okay, so bit of a bonus session for you. Let's talk about targeting then on Facebook ads, because obviously that's quite a complex subject. And I'm just going to get my screen ready so we'll start delving in. So if there's anything that you're thinking, can we do this, can we do that? Let us actually run through it now, shall we? So, sharing the screen, heading over to my second home, Facebook Ads Manager. Right, so there we are. This is ad set level, just as Phil was showing us before. And literally, that was awesome that Phil could come and join us. The experience that guy has got, so cool that he could come and take part in this. Right. What is it that we can start doing? So one of the questions earlier on, which was to do with how could we exclude people? So if we don't want to target people who are say, like our company or in network marketing, this presupposes what we have set up in all our bots. Honestly, this is just a bonus if you want to start doing some ads, then just some extra for how you would get really, really specific with your targeting on this one, Darla. So let's have a look. Okay, so we're on here. We've got the age targeting, which I think pretty much speaks for itself. Genders, again, you can have men, women, everyone. And then the detailed targeting, as Phil said, detailed targeting, really do turn that off, because that just means send it to everyone. So let's actually have a look through here. When we click in here, and I'll just run through some of the stuff that you can do. And honestly, it's ridiculous. Because, so no, Dolly, you should set your bot up first, set your keyword up, and then you can come into ads. Actually, even though ads would be the first part in your paid automated funnel, it's the last thing you'll do, because you need everything else set up before you send people here. But even if you're not using bots, this is totally useful if you want to get started with doing ads. So if I hit browse, now just have a look at some of the stuff that you can do in here. This is ridiculous. Education level. So you can target what people have studied. Schools, universities, a lot of these are US stuff. Yeah, hi Ramona, yes, missed you, it's been ages. Education level, high school, university, post degrees, high school leaver, master's degree. Financial. Income. So this is US only, this one, but household income is whatever percentage of zip codes. Life events. Anniversary, away from family, away from home. Date of birth. Is the birthday coming up? Friends of, long distance relationships, new jobs. People are in a new relationship. Like, so how do they know? Newly engaged. Parents, we've gone through that. Relationship status. Targeting civil partnerships, complicated, divorced, domestic, engaged, in a relationship, married, open relationship, separated. Which network marketing business would you need to target people in an open relationship for? I don't know. Answers in the comments there. Unspecified widows. So you could, if you spend your time actually delving down into exactly who it is you want to target, build an idea of them. When I first started doing this for my own business, I decided I would create this avatar, if you like, give them a name. Do they have a partner? Who do they live with? Do they have children? How old are the children? What do they drive? What's the job? What type of house do they live in? Is it mortgaged? Is it rented? You know, what sort of restaurants do they hang out in? What do they read? What programs do they watch? You can target all of that. So if you've built a real clear picture of your person, can we send an ad to Fraser for his marriage? Yeah, and some of us, yeah, fair enough. Well, you know, we could try. Work, employers, industries. Look at all this stuff. Interests, entertainment, family and relationships, fitness and wellness, food and drink. You can browse all of this stuff. Behaviors, digital activities, Facebook page admins, what browser they're using, expats, what device are they using? So you see, anyone here in travel? Any travel M&Ms in here? Frequent travellers? Someone who's just got back from travelling and they're missing holidays? 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, you could have an ad that goes out saying, just got back from your holidays in the last 2 weeks. How about discount your next one? Frequent travellers, international travellers, commuters. It's craziness. Something that was just asked then, well, how about, can we target, I hope you just paid attention to that one, Joe. That's a killer. The question was, can we target people, if I just find it, where is it? Based on the people that subscribed and taking action on the box. Bingo. Yes, absolutely you can do. So what you can do is, let me close this. If I head over to business tools and then audiences, and when you first start off a campaign, I know Phil was saying we get this 1 million people, that's when we're guessing. So all we're doing to start with is guessing that the people we want to target have these attributes and these behaviors. But after a certain amount of time, once you've got over 100 people that have actually taken the action that you want, you can start creating an audience. So I can create a custom audience now. And that's a very specific audience of people that have done certain things. So I can create it from an email list. So if you've got an email list, you can create a list from exactly those people. But we can go to the Facebook page. And people who have interacted with, and let's, which page should we go for? Millions of them. Okay, well, let's say people who've interacted with this one. And then I can select people who have sent a message to my page. So that's very specifically people who've messaged the page. I could do people who've saved any post, people who've clicked on any advert, people who've engaged, which could be clicking advert, commenting, liking, anything like that, or even visited the page. So we can put people who've sent a message to my page in the past, how many days? So let's say we want to do it, you can do it up to a year. Well, we can do, let's say, people in the last 60 days. Name my audience. Page messages 60 days. Create an audience. Now, let's say that this is actually an audience of people who've taken exactly the action that I want them to do. So I've just made page messages 60 days. If I highlight this, I then create a lookalike audience. Yeah? So what we're not now doing is saying, find people who we think are this. We're saying to Facebook Ads Manager, find us more of these people. And that's where your ads really start working. So most of the stuff that we do now is based off of lookalikes. So lookalike source, audience location. Now this specific page, I was running ads in the United States. So it will be people in the United States. Yeah. If I put it in for countries where there has been no engagement, it won't be able to create the audience because there isn't anyone. So, but I know this is the United States. And a 1% audience is as specific as possible. So if I increase this, the more I increase it, the less specific it is. So I would tend to try and create a 1%. So Darla was saying before, well, if it's in the US, do it a different size. It would be because 1% of the US is 2.4 million. In the UK, it's about 400,000 on this. So I would happily go with a 1% audience in the UK of 400,000 people because it's a really good audience. And then I can just create that. So that's how you would go about targeting in an ad. So back to Ads Manager. So if I head back there now, I'm just going to open up this ad again and I'll show you where we put this. So what I would do now is scroll down and you'll see here, search existing audiences. So when I click on that, it's going to start bringing up all of the audiences that I've got. So it was 60 days, wasn't it? So if I just type in 60, I'm going to target my lookalike audience for the past 60 days. But what I don't want to do is send a message to all the people that have already messaged the page because that would be a waste of my money, wouldn't it? So I'm going to exclude page messages 60 days. So now what I'm doing is targeting people who have the same interests and behaviors as those that have taken the action that I want them to take. And I'm making sure I'm not wasting money on people that have already taken that action. Because they've already taken it, I don't need to target them again. So there we go. Do you have some more questions on this one? Anything else we can look at in targeting for you? One thing that I also often do is, see here when it says locations, we've got UK. I would always change this to people living in this location. It makes a difference because sometimes the people that would respond to your ads are not exactly the sort of person that you particularly want in your business, if it's a bit of a transient population of sorts. Detailed targeting. Anything else you want to know within detailed targeting? But again, if you've got an ads account, you can just go in and start playing around with this, spend some time creating who it is that you are looking to actually target, so if you've got an advert, and quite often people target people who are very similar to them. So if you've got your story, you can put your story in an ad, target people who are like you within your advert. I mean, you could, kind of describe yourself when you're targeting to 800 to about 1.2 million people, and then set your ad off with your keyword connected to your bot. And that's it. So my main advice when it comes to Facebook ads are, obviously, don't say things that you can't say. So yes, you can target more than one country, but avoid network marketing, MLM, work from home opportunities, claims that people can earn certain things. Kind of talk about what could be achieved. What have you done? Yeah. So can you target more than one country? Yes. By all means, you can do. If your lookalike audience doesn't have anyone from that country, no, you can't. But if it's an interest-based audience, yeah, absolutely, you can target whichever countries you want. I will quite often target US, Canada, UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, which we class as tier 1. How about by age brackets? So I'll go back and show you that. So ad spend. So should we target lookalike campaigns? Yeah, I always use lookalikes. That's what, the sooner I can move away from interest, the better. How much should you spend? If you're just testing, the absolute minimum really that you want to be using is probably, I wouldn't want to go any less than $10, £10 a day. Ideally way more than that, but that's where you should be looking to start. Ads Manager, if you're going to do this, don't use your personal ads account. Go to business.facebook.com, set up Business Manager, and create your ad account in there. How to really create interest from an audience since you hide it at first. How to create interest? Well, it's trial and error. You're trying to. Your funnel is, think of it like a chain, that everything needs to be right. So the image needs to be right. And remember what I said before, that authentic images. So not stock images, not product images, just you, family, team members, enjoying a little bit of success, relatable stuff, that works really well. The copy, what does the advert say? Does it allude to somebody being able to change their lifestyle without actually just being given a load of false claims? Mercedes, 20 grand a month, that sort of stuff, yeah? Don't offer false job hopes or get rich quick schemes. Then the audience is itself. So, if you're going to start playing around and testing stuff on a small budget, if it's not working, change one thing. Because if you go in and change the image and the copy and the audience and it starts working, which one of those things made the difference? So perhaps just try changing your audience, or just try changing the image, or run 2 or 3 ads within the same ad set and see which one takes off. How to contact me to get it set up after this session. Guys, you can just friend request me if you want to discuss anything further. I've got no problems with that. Obviously, I can't help 260 people, however many's on this. Obviously, and I'll try and answer some questions. How long do you run an ad before it says successful or not successful? If your ad budget is lower end, kind of $10 a day, you would know after a couple of days whether it's starting to take off. And the other thing that's really, really key when you're doing this is, how do I know when something's successful? And to do that, you've got to understand what the lifetime value of a new prospect is. So just because, let's say somebody joins your business, and when they join your business, when they sign on to your business, you get $200, right? Or no, let's make it even, you get $50. But you spent $60 to get that person. Is that a bad ad campaign? Possibly. Well, it probably isn't, because although you've lost $10 getting that person in the first place, on average, somebody within your business is worth $1,000. So you need to understand that before you start advertising. So what's it cost? What's the lifetime value on average of a new team member? And then what am I prepared to spend to get somebody? Yeah, really key figure. When targeting different countries, should we create different campaigns for each country? If you've got enough budget to do that, then you can do that, and it's quite interesting because you can then split out and see really what the exact cost is in between, and Facebook isn't optimizing things differently. So you can do that. You don't necessarily have to, though. It's not the kind of most important thing. I would love to be able to help everyone individually doing this, but realistically, I just wouldn't be able to do that. You should just go in and have a look and have a play around with it. Do I find picture and copy works better than video ads? I know a lot of people really love video ads and they say that they work very well, but all of the adverts that I are finding success with at the moment have success with a static image. Videos work very, very well. You could run an engagement video ad and then create an audience of people who've watched 50% of your video. And that will be a really good way of creating an audience of people who know you and have spent the time watching you. And so they understand what you're about. And then retarget people with a static image. I find more people take action on a static image. Colors in your image as well. So make sure it's not all grey and dark and dull. Reds work incredibly well in videos. In images. So if you're going to put an advert out there, bright colours work very, very well. It catches people's eyes. What website do I visit to explore hiring you? You can message me directly if you want to, and we can set something up. Again, I need to stress the purpose of this is not to sell you a system. It's just showing you what's possible. How do I link a business page to ad management? Go to business.facebook.com. Yeah, loads of tutorials on this. And the cool thing is you can have about 5 different ad accounts on that. So definitely go for a business. Facebook Business Manager. That's how do we retarget an audience in ads? Well, I just showed you a couple of minutes ago creating an audience. So you could create an audience of people who've taken a specific action on your page, so engaged with your page. That's in Facebook Ads Manager. So you would go, I'll just share the screen again. I'll show you. Just for those of you that want to start creating audiences, because that's definitely the key to Facebook ads. So if I just close this down, so this is in the ads. So when you go to Ads Manager, this is the page that you'll get. Up here, and again, Facebook are just a nightmare for changing the version, so it doesn't look exactly like this then. But you click on here, click on these dots, and we're going to go to Audiences. Click on Audiences. Whilst this is loading, ask any more questions because I think it's getting quite late now. Create audience, and you can have a custom audience, a lookalike audience that we're looking at here. So you're creating a custom audience, and everything that we've just talked about is Facebook page. Yeah, you can upload audiences, but again, we're getting a little bit complicated there. So if I click Facebook page, there we go. Lots of stuff we can do there. The other one I'll show you, if you wanted to run a video ad, and at campaign level, you'd say engagement. So we want people to engage with it, or you could have it video views. We want as many people to watch as much of the video as possible. Custom audience, video. And then basically you choose, you want 50% plus, 75% will be really good. So people who watch 75% of my video, choose the video. So you hit browse, let's choose, choose videos. There aren't any on that one, but choose whichever page, choose whichever videos you want. You can choose loads of videos or just one video, and then make an audience of those people. And if you put that audience into Facebook Ads Manager, you are then retargeting people. Really important question here, Isa. I understand in order to scale, ads might be a good idea. Correct. However, do you feel this is duplicatable? Can we get a lot of traction with ManyChat or bots without the ads? You totally can do this without ads. 100% you can do this. When we are talking, no, Keith, don't choose through play. That's just not good engagement. It's so, if you've got a 1 minute video, through plays about 10 seconds in, and you want people to watch way more than past through play. No, we're here for questions. Ask all the questions. So if you're retargeting videos, 50, 75% is what you really should be going for. So the system I showed you is basically the ultimate duplicatable system, because we run all the ads for people and we just give people the qualified leads. Is running ads for your team duplicatable into a bot? It's possible. It depends how big your team is. If there's just 2 or 3 of you on the same page, then yeah, you could do it. So yeah, you could do. But everything that I've shown you, everything that we've gone through, you can use that organically. Organic traffic is going to be your highest converting. So just because you're doing paid traffic, don't stop organically networking. You're in network marketing, the clue's in the title, network. Any other questions? Otherwise, can I call it a night? Call it a week, in fact. Wow. Any other questions, guys? No? Right. That's it then. So thank you so much.